Welcome to this week's episode of 60 Seconds with the Superintendent. Well, we've talked about many times, our theme for this year is Be the Difference, and one of those characteristics of being the difference is that change starts with me. Today we're over at Surrarrer Elementary School to meet up with our brand new school counselor to see how she brought ideas from her previous experience and brought change to our district. Let's take a look.
The nice thing about being an elementary school counselor is we focus a lot on that social emotional learning. I mean, you think as an adult, we use coping skills all the time, and we had to learn those. Students as well, kids need to cope as well. They feel every emotion. So it's really important that I am here and able to go into classrooms, meet with small groups, meet with individual students to really teach them skills that they're going to need in middle school, high school, and throughout adulthood. I noticed that there was a big jump from 5th grade to 6th grade. A lot more independence. Students go from having 3 teachers and they go to having a different teacher for every subject, switching classes. So I started to kind of notice what skills might they need that they're really going to need to be successful next year. So that's where I kind of got the idea to get this group up and running, noticing like resiliency, that's a really important skill. Being able to persevere, having those positive influences, finding those positive supports. These are things they're going to need next year, and making sure they're as prepared as possible. So I do visit classrooms every month, and we do work on these skills as well. I have open communication with teachers and parents, so students who maybe just need a little extra support or a little extra practice with these skills are ones who come into the small group. Every student is exposed to the skill. So they're having access to practice being resilient. They have times where they practice being able to persevere. And we work on various skills. Sometimes it's maybe I noticed in group they were having difficulty with something, or maybe it's like, wow, we're talking about positive people in our lives, and when we talked about friends, that student may be shut down a little bit. So those would be times where I would pull a student to talk a little more just to make sure everything was okay, especially with friendships and finding those positive supports.
We did this card challenge, and we would have to cut the card and we would put it around our body. And it was a little tough because we all couldn't figure it out. So we come here to learn to don't give up and keep going even if something's hard. So there was this one challenge where we had to make a balloon tower, but the problem was we couldn't talk to each other. That was really hard, but we managed to get it done. We learned to never give up, and if there's a really hard challenge, you can do it and believe in yourself.
So ideally, we want every student to be successful. So making sure that we're making them as prepared as possible. You know, we can't predict every little thing that's going to happen, but making sure that we're teaching them the skills necessary so that they're successful.
So it's not just about Miss Faluda at Surrarrer Elementary School, but all of our school counselors at the elementary, middle school, and high school, as well as our social workers that are doing whatever they can to be the difference in the lives of our kids. As always, thanks for watching, and go make it a great Mustang week.